What's up, folks? I'm just listening to a little bit of Tomlin here. Give me about 30 seconds and I'll be right with you guys. I'll let you guys hear it too.
Mark Kaboli. Mike, you got about 3 weeks until the playoffs start and you had 4 subpar games. Can this be fixed simply?
Yes.
Will Graves?
Give me another 30 seconds, guys.
Mike, you guys talked a lot about physicality during the week, and you saw the first half was not great offense-wise. What were the issues there, and did they not respond the way that you wanted them to respond?
We turned the ball over. And so, I don't know that that's representative of the physicality discussion, but we turned the ball over. We can't do that.
Brooke Pryor?
All right.
Thank you, guys.
I'll come back and I'll listen to Tomlin after the show, as I'm taking my, not that you guys care, but as I take my shower before I go to sleep, I'll let it play. But whatever, guys. What's up? Oh, boy, I'm going to get under some skins tonight, boy. How's everybody doing? I'm pretty sure how you're feeling. Yeah, Steelers lost the game, folks. They lost the game. If you guys can give me the virtual thumbs up that you guys can hear me. I think you can, because by now you would have said that you can't hear me. So just give me that thumbs up, guys. Reconfirm and reassure me that you're able to hear me. And we'll get into it. There's a lot to talk about, and I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not trying to be here all night. I'm going to try to rip through my thoughts. We'll take a few phone calls, but you guys, you got to be sensitive to that. It's later. In the night, by the time we finish this, it'll be well over past midnight and, people get up to go to work. Okay. But, yeah, you guys say you can hear me just fine. All right, great. Let's get to it. We're not going to break routine, even though we're a little salty. We're not going to break routine. We're going to we're going to give a shout out to some of the first early viewers. I just read the names of those early commenters and then we'll get into what we do. And there you have it. The Pokemon, Build His Life, Edward James Gardner, Jesse George, LD2 Drippy Carter. Quite a name there, brother. Spencer, Relfax, Ali Howard, Leonard Green, Mark Derogatis. Hope I said that correctly. Brother Mark, 1992. Hello, Miss Lanisha. How you doing this evening? Hello. Shadow Slayer. Who else we got? Is it Sadie or is it Sade? Mayas. I don't know. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Eric Chapp, Sherman Slaughter, Steelers Freak, Jordan Mid. Who else we got, man? Let's read a few more and then we'll get at it. Dragon JZ. Okay. Eric Brewer. Who else? Mr. ABS. Hello, Miss Debbie. How you doing this evening? And also, I don't know. I don't want to be wrong, but if Sade or Sade, however you pronounce that name, if you can confirm to me whether you are male or female. The only reason why I say that is because I know a couple, not just the singer, but I actually know a Sade that works with me, spells the name the same way. She's a female, but we want to honor our female listeners. So if you please can confirm that. If I miss it in the chat, can somebody let me know whether she or he responded, and I'll give the proper greeting if necessary. My good brother Tony in the building, Joshua Shields, Elmore Holmes, Rajon39, Joe Vlogs, Vista Light, and Patrick Lodge. And I guess we'll end it right there. Not that I don't want to read all the names, guys, but of course it would take me forever to go through all of the names. Female, hello. And again, if you can give me the phonetic spelling, is it Sade, or Sade, or Sadie? But however you pronounce it, please forgive me. Hello, Miss. I'm going to just say Sade until you confirm or correct me. Hello, how are you doing this evening? Again, we like to give honor and respect to the female listeners, so I always take time to give you all a special hello. And Odessa, if I missed you by any chance, if you're already in here, hello, Miss Lady, how you doing this evening as well? Where y'all want to start? Listen, y'all know where I usually start, man. We're going to, basically talk about the first drive, both offensively and defensively, and then we're going to dive into it. Let me see. Yes, it's Sade. Okay, great. I'm glad I pronounced that correctly. Let me make sure it came over on my phone because I was taking notes on my MacBook. Can you believe this? The wife wanted to watch the game with me tonight. You know, I usually come down here in the man cave. And she said, "Oh, just watch it up here in the living room." And I said, "Yeah, well, it's easier to take the notes downstairs because I got Notepad right here on my PC. Just watch it up here." So I said, "Okay, whatever you ask, I'm going to do it." So I'm watching it in the living room. Herb took the notes on my MacBook. Luckily, you know, OS connects to my phone. So here are the notes here. Whoa, let's give a shout out to Shadow Slayer first and foremost. We always want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the donators. And we're going to stop whatever we're doing and we read their comments. So let me go to that first. He says, excuse me, "This was awful game. What the offense was doing was so bad, I can't put into words. And Sim was spot on with the title. I'm still going to be a fan. Shout out to Sim for the content." Yeah, man, shout out to that. Appreciate you for saying that. And look, guys, listen, I'm always going to tell it like it is. I know some people get upset with me. Even on Twitter, I asked Steeler Nation to come through because I'm going to piss you off tonight. But it kind of echoes what I've been saying in a way, right? But we'll get to it, though. But y'all know it's always, a lot of times, if I go out of the way to put something special in the title, I mean that. As well as the thumbnail. Y'all know the thumbnail always tells the story. So we're going to get into it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into, man, how everything unfolded here. First defensive series, because, of course, well, wait a minute. No, we got the ball first. Yeah, so first offensive drive, and Ray doesn't bring it out the end zone, so applause to him for not doing that. Ben throws a deep shot to Washington on the first play. It was underthrown and almost picked off. Now, it was interesting because it was like a play action. I believe it was play action at very worst, because I'll be honest, I don't remember if we did a play fake or not, but Ben rolled out. You know, kind of a rollout, got Ben on the move. And I asked you guys, and I might not see it because I'm talking here, but I would like to know what you guys thought about that, getting Ben on the move. But needless to say, on the run, throws it a little short, should have been picked off. That was the first play of the game. All right. Benny Snell picks up about 2 yards on the next play, brings up a 3rd and 8, and the Bengals show pressure on 3rd, and they back out of it, and Ben missed Deontay Johnson on a crosser. 3 and out. Yeah, 3 and out. First defensive series. Derek Watt, man, comes down with a big hit on the punt. And as Tomlin, you know, basically said, for you guys who didn't see it, I just saw a piece of it here while I was, you know, here on the show. In the post-game conference, he said that Derek Watt pretty much has a concussion. So let's pause and stop what I'm doing here to acknowledge. Shout-outs to C. Antoine Hill. I appreciate the donation. He says, "I'm telling you, Sim, laugh out loud. Trade up for Trey." Trey Lance is who he's referring to. We're going to get to it. Don't worry, brother. We're going to talk about Big Ben Roethlisberger. Okay, so what else happens after that? Watt went down. You know, that was a little scary. And I really felt bad for TJ, man. You know, seeing his bigger brother, that's got to be quite of an emotional, you know. However, I felt like TJ was amped up a little bit. So TJ Watt makes a stop for no gain on the next run. After we gave up 8 yards on the first down. You know, it kind of set a little bit of a tone. We gave up 8 yards right out the break. TJ gets the no gain on the next one and then brings up a 3rd and 2. TJ Watt kills the drive on 3rd and 2. And the Bengals go 3 and out. So at this point, I'm like, okay, no harm, no foul. We went 3 out. They went 3 and out. We get the ball back. Now let's get into a rhythm. So key moments. And again, for you guys who might be new viewers, the way I do it, I just read notes based off of how I took them. Usually the key moments are kind of in order. And then when I get to my takeaways, they're kind of all over the place because I cut and paste, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm going to try to breeze through it, give my thoughts, man, and then we'll get out of here. We'll take a few calls. Second possession of the game. Ben misses Deontay off of play action on the second. I said that twice there. I don't know why I noted it twice, but I said second possession of the game. We missed Deontay Johnson on the play action. We were unable to convert on 3rd and 5. It was real tight coverage on Washington by Jackson. Ben kind of throws it back shoulder or closer to the sideline, if you will. 3 and out. Third possession of the game. Ben and Pouncey. More so Ben Roethlisberger. Muff snap. Ben unable to handle it. I think DeCastro hit it. The ball squirts out. It bounces everywhere. The Bengals are able to start in the Steeler red zone. And at that point, following that drive, I will say, while they were in the red zone, we held it down. Held them to a field goal. Highsmith and TJ Watt essentially ended that drive with a sack. And that boy Highsmith, we're going to talk about him when we get to the takeaways of the game. Whoa, here's another donation, man. Thank you to Y Diggy. He says, I'm about to go to bed. Just wanted to say that this team was pathetic tonight. Everyone has to wear this L. Good night, Sim, and Steeler Nation. Hey, man, good night, Y Diggy. Definitely, if you get a chance, man, if you wanted to hear more of what I had to say, what the callers had to say, what people are saying in the chat, definitely come back and watch when you can, but I appreciate you coming through. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm very bad at timestamps. Again, it's just me doing this. This is not my 9 to 5, so I'll be honest. Sometimes I don't have time to go back and put in timestamps, but maybe one day I'll get to that. So I hate to say listen to the whole thing, but if you have to fast forward a little bit to the callers, then cool. But I appreciate you coming through, man. Have a good night. Let's see. So after that, Highsmith, man. Highsmith and TJ Watt ended that drive, still is held to a field goal. Fourth offensive possession. Little Al misses a block on the screen to Ray to start that. Brings up a 2nd and 12. Steelers go 3 and out again. Ben Roethlisberger almost throws another pick. Remember, I said another pick. This is twice now he almost threw a pick after, again, another 3 and out. Finley finds A.J. Green against Joe Hayden on a first down for a 30-yard gain. Minka and Hayden comes up with a nice PBU on the next play. They kind of went up with the double team, knocked it down, took Tyler Boyd out the game. I hate to see stuff like that, man. I hate to see guys get injured. I don't care if they're my team or not. Sucks, to see things like that happen. But on 3rd and 5, the Steelers are able to get off the field. Butler sends Hilton on a CB blitz. And, here's where it got interesting. There were a couple times in this game that I thought we should have probably started sending the blitz a little more, especially when Finley started, doing the read action and keeping it for itself. Probably should have started sending a few blitzes at him in those little intermediate 3rd and 5s, 3rd and 4s, because they picked up quite a few yards from time to time doing that. But anyway, we made a little adjustment later in the game, but should have done it early, right? But here's what was interesting about this drive, and this is why it's such a disappointment. We were able to get them off the field, right? And they attempted a 55-yard field goal. Now, here's the funny thing. I looked at my wife and I always try to explain to her, situational things. She pretty much knows football for a decent amount to kind of know what's going on from being around me. But I always try to explain to her situational things, why I think this, why I think that, so she can, she kind of understands what I'm referring to. I said, babe, I'm going to be honest with you. There's no way in the world that I would have kicked that field goal when you have a struggling Steelers offense. You're basically kickstarting them. If you miss the field goal, the Steelers have excellent field position. And what do you know? They missed the field goal. The Steelers had excellent field position, but guess what? Y'all want to hear what happened? Ben almost throws another pick on 1st down. Steelers run a swing pass on 2nd down, brings up a 3rd and 7. Ben throws short to Juju, and Juju gets lit up. Ball comes out, and the Bengals get the ball again in Steelers territory. Here's what's interesting about that play, okay? A couple things that we definitely want to address about that play there. Let me first say this. There's a couple of elephants in the room that I will address tonight. One of them being Juju Smith-Schuster. Fan base. I love all of you guys, okay? And I hope you love me back. We're all still a nation at the end of the day, whether we hate, love, disagree, agree with players, coaches, whatever. It doesn't matter. We're all still a nation. We all want the same goal, right? Some of us might want to get to that goal differently. But we all just want our team to be very successful, which we have been. But it's time for us to get another Lombardi, right? That's what we all want. But there's some elephants in the room that I feel like I need to address. Just my opinion. You don't have to agree. You can disagree. Fine. I just feel like I want to say this. You guys come here to hear me talk. So I'm going to give you my, couple things on my mind. Juju Smith-Schuster being a 24-year-old. I don't want to disrespect him and call him a kid, but I remember when I was 24. I was probably, maybe not exactly like Juju, but I was into the times as well. Young, having my fun. You're 24, you got a little money in your, I'm sure I was doing whatever was the thing at that time, right? Juju being a youngster and playing video games, but more importantly, what they all talk about, him being on TikTok has nothing to do with the way this boy plays football. Y'all need to stop. Let's think about the entire season and all of the grunge work. You know, the dirty stuff Juju has done. How many times have we all come on this show and said, man, Juju needs to be back, yada, 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 yada. But anytime something wrong happens, oh, you're blaming it on TikTok. Are you serious? Are you serious? You're telling me that a professional athlete can't be on TikTok or whatever they want to do, play video, whatever they want to do in their off time, that affects their on-field play? They don't need to be in the NFL then. Get them out of here. And I'm here to let y'all know, most of your favorite athletes do things that some people would consider not, relative to their sport. LeBron James, for one, while they're in the bubble, what were they doing in between games? They playing Madden. So y'all gonna say that because him and the boys play Madden, some of those games they lost, or he got a turnover because he ain't focused, because he playing. Y'all need to cut that out, Steeler Nation. Stop. Now, what I would say, if I was a veteran, and let's call him in. Let's call him into the office. He's going to be the first office visit tonight. Juju, come in here real quick, man. Really quick. Juju, listen, kid. I love you. I do. Not everybody feels the way I do, but I think you are a valuable piece to this team. Being just 24 years old, you are the veteran in the receiver room. I think you are a hard worker. You remind me of Hines Ward. I'm not going to go as far as to say you played just like him, but just the way you approach it on the field. You do a lot of things. You do a lot of the different things that maybe some of the other receivers aren't doing. The way you block, the way you're Johnny on the spot when a ball pops out, when Connor fumbles last week and you're right there. You've done that quite a few times in your career, but I got to get on you for a couple things really quick. Secure the football, son. Now, I know you got blown up. I know you did. So that fumble, I'm not really going. Some people, again, might not agree with me, but I'm not going to beat you up about that one. That boy Bell made a play. Okay? And being a guy who played in the second, in the strong safety spot, that made me very proud. That made me very proud to hit that on impact. Oh, that brought me back. Because, again, I'm a football fan first. Well, let me take that back. I'm a Steelers fan before anything else, but I'm a football fan. So I even give credit to the opposing team when I see a player get busy. That was beautiful. So I can't blame you, Juju, for dropping that. The boy laid that lick on you, right? You ain't know it was coming. But we got to get on you a little bit because that cost us. It's a turnover. But here's the one thing I would say if I was a veteran in the locker room. I'm cool with you doing your little TikToks. I'm cool with that. Maybe let's not do this before the game, though. Maybe let's not get into the showboat side of it, like dancing on their logo. Nah, maybe we'll save that for another time. Maybe after you get the victory, then perhaps you can dance and shuck and jive or whatever you want to, but not before the game, because you've done this now. Now, I don't know if you've done this all season, but it's been shown that you did it for the Bills game and you did it in the Bengals game, and we've lost both of them. Let's not do that no more, okay? That's all I'm asking. So that was that. Next after that, fifth possession. Ben almost, was that the fifth possession? Yeah, that was the fifth possession. But here's the other thing that I forgot to mention. Chase Claypool was wide open. I'm going to say what I have to say about Ben in a minute because, oh, yes, Big Ben Roethlisberger himself is coming in the office tonight. Chase Claypool was open. But it's almost like Ben, and I got to give my brother Tony credit for this because he said it in the group chat with me and Kenya. It's almost like Ben was, on a one read situation. Either Tony or Kenya, one of the guys said that, but we all agreed to it. It was almost like he was locked on one read. One thing Tony has always said, and I said it many times here as well, Ben Roethlisberger doesn't always seem like he reads the defense well, man. It's almost like Ben playing Madden, right? Where he think he got a play or a route that's gonna beat something, and then when it get covered up, he don't know what to do. He just turns it to backyard football. Maybe not scanning all of the progressions. I don't know. And again, he's a professional. He's a Hall of Famer. I'm sure he does. It's not as bad as what I'm saying, but when there's times like tonight when you really see the bad. Let's see what else. Bengals take advantage of the turnover. They finish the drive with a run by Gio Bernard. Shakes Joe Hayden to get in the end zone. Joe Hayden, come in the office real quick, brother. Listen, man, I know you're a cornerback. I know you're plus 30 now. I know at that age you make business decisions, but let me tell you something. When you're on the field, you got to put it all out there. Stop being so flat-footed when the ball carrier's coming your way. You know, that's when shake and bake happens, and that's what happened to you tonight. And Gio went right into the end zone. That's all. I'm not going to blame that whole entire touchdown on you because they drove down. Well, they didn't drive down. We turned the ball over, but still. They made enough plays to get closer and closer and closer, and by the time they handed it off to Gio, you had the flat feet, didn't commit. You got to attack that. You know the end zone is not that far behind you. You got to attack that. You didn't. You got shook out of your boots. They scored. 6th possession. Ben not seeing the field. Once again, now remember, on possession 5, didn't I just say that? Once again, Ben Roethlisberger not seeing the field. Chase Claypool broke open on a post. He trying to fit it down on the left side. Throws it into tight coverage to Ebron. I think it was the Ebron. I can't remember who it was, but one of those guys. Claypool was wide open. And there was a missed PI on Ebron, in my opinion. You know, I'm not being biased here, but it looked like the guy got there a little early. Vance McDonald gets called for a false start, brings up 2nd and 15. Steelers try to run the jet sweep to Claypool, and it gets stuffed by Carl Lawson, who had a game tonight. Brings up 3rd and 14. Ben throws a pick to Mackenzie Alexander. And, of course, Chooks gets called for a personal foul. Now, here's the moment in time, guys, where I'm going to take a sip of water, and we're going to call Ben Roethlisberger into the office. Now, let me just say, you know, I've had 1 or 2 people send me a message saying they don't like when I do this, but listen, like I've said before, this is just me being me. If you don't like how I do the show or whatever, then thank you for watching, but change the channel. This is just me having fun. That's it. Come on in here, Ben. Man. Big Ben. I can't believe it's come to this. I think I'm going to shock Steeler Nation when I say this. Maybe not all, because some of y'all have been saying this. I think you might be a little cooked, Ben. I do. The first half really showed me that. A lot of throws you were missing. The deep ball accuracy is just not where it could be. And I'm acknowledging you're older. You're 38 years old. You've played 17 years. This is your 17th year in the NFL. Coming off an elbow surgery. I'm acknowledging all of that. Am I sitting here saying that you can't do better? No, not saying that. But the evidence is mounting against you. The last couple of weeks, it's not looking good. Because of this, along with your partner in crime, Randy Fichtner, we've developed this short game, right? This short passing game that defenses are now all on top of. I mean, the blueprint was put out there by Washington. Play tight. Y'all know how many times, and I'm talking to Ben and you guys right now. Do y'all know how many times I saw those Bengals defenders, in tight press on the outside? They won't respect her, nothing. It was a time where they ain't going to run the football. However, we got the football. The run game started, football started being carried a little bit by Benny Snell a little later in the game. But because of this Ben Roethlisberger, man, I'm really, really, really starting to come to the conclusion that, man, it might be about over. Again, let me say this, guys, to where you guys don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I think Ben Roethlisberger can still win. I think Ben Roethlisberger can still play kind of like what we saw in the third quarter. Not great, good enough. Make a throw here and there. What an outstanding throw to Deontay Johnson. Deontay got away with a push off, the old AB push off. But when the money on the line, man, it's not looking good. It looks like we keep reverting back to the quick pass game, and defenders know it's coming. That might be why all these batted balls are happening now, because everybody in the league, Ben, knows that you get the ball away, get it out your hands faster than anybody. 3 consecutive weeks we've seen this, where defenses are like, okay, we know how to play them. Now, sure, we make a couple plays here and there. You come out red hot in the second half. And to be honest, I'm telling my wife, I just want to see the team fight. I don't want to see no quit. And I can honestly say, okay, you bit down. You fought a little bit, but it wasn't enough. Because there was still times where we went 3 and out again. Or I just want to say this, Ben, and I'm going to let you go. We hear a report come out today saying that you are showing everyone that I want to play in 2021, and then you have a showing like you did tonight. That's not good, sir. Which is the reason why I think we're done this year. I do. But I'm going to talk about that a little later. Shall we keep going, guys? Let's see what else. Off of the interception, Finley finds Gio Bernard on a pass. Quite a few broken tackles. And Avery Williamson gets matched up against Gio, and Gio shook him out of his boots, and he scores. Sutton misses tackle. There you have it. 7th possession of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Steelers forced into a 3rd and 3 and unable to convert. I can't talk, guys, when I'm talking fast. Unable to convert to Juju once again. And I wrote, the quick passing game is not going to work. Did you see how tight these guys was playing our guys? And our offensive line was giving up quite a bit of pressure. Big Al. Into the office, please, really quick. This is going to be really fast. Mr. Villanueva, listen, man, I've been calling you little Al for a while now. Most of this season. And you showed it again tonight. You was getting your tail whooped. It's plain and simple. Carl Lawson was giving you the business. And whoever was in front of you. As well as Chooks. So make sure you take this message to him too. Cooked. Y'all was getting, man. My good brother Kenyon has been telling you guys that we was going to go offensive line early in the draft. It's starting to look that way. I'm just saying. All right. And to add insult to injury, when we got the ball back late in the half, Jalen Samuels decides to run out of bounds. As the Bengals were calling timeouts to get themselves an opportunity to run a punt back, he runs out of bounds. I mean, it was no attempt to stay in bounds. He was eyeing out of bounds. Second half. All right, let's be quick. Steelers go 3 and out to start the half. Oh, excuse me. We posted a 3 and out. We, forced a 3 and out. So that was great by our defense. Again, showing no quit. 9th possession. Ben starts to go to Deontay Johnson a lot. Benny Snell pops a big run, gets the Steelers down to the 28-yard line of the Bengals. Benny Snell picks up another big-time run on the first to pick up another first down on that drive, got us down to the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and the Steelers are held to a field goal. Steelers bring the game at this point to 10-17. Okay, Bengals. Stephon Tua gets a sack on the next defensive drive. I think you consider it a sack if they don't get any yards, right? I'm not sure. But they brought up a 2nd and 10. We then hold them 3 yards. We bring them to a 3rd and 7, and the Steelers force another 3 and out. Now, y'all heard what I just said now. Consecutive 3 and outs. So our defense was doing their job most of the night. Okay? I know people are going to try to put this loss on the defense, but if you have to really watch the game and pay attention to what's happening to know where the loss, who should get credit for it. Offense just wasn't moving the ball enough, man. And when you build a hole like that, you dig yourself in a hole, it's hard to climb out. I don't care how powerful we want to assume our offense can be. It's hard to do that. Okay? So here we go. 10th possession. Steelers go 3 and out after picking up 6 yards on a screen to McFarland. See? You see that? We had 2 consecutive 3 and outs that our defense gave us, and we only came away with 3 points while being down, losing in the game. Steelers give up another touchdown to Ryan Finley. Bengals run, read option, and he keeps it and runs on in there. Quite a few times he did that. And at this point, I'm trying to figure out, when are we going to adjust? When are we going to adjust Keith Butler and Mike Tomlin? If you guys collab with the defense. I mean, I know you don't necessarily think this guy is going to beat you on the ground, but, you have to. Even when you get thrown in a game, right? Like Mike Tyson always said, everybody has a plan until you get punched in the mouth. But once you get punched in the mouth, you got to figure out something. So even if we didn't have any evidence of him doing that, great plan by Zach Taylor and the crew. By the time he's done it 3 times or so in the game, you should expect it might be coming. Which is the reason why I said maybe now we start bringing Mike Hilton a little more in these situations, because they're going to that. And again, you guess right, great. You guess wrong, okay. But at least show me that you're trying to combat what you think they're doing. And if they just outsmarted you, it is what it is, guys. It's a game of chess. Sometimes you're going to win, sometimes they're going to win. But when it looks like you seem oblivious to it, most of the game, that's when I have a problem. 11th possession. Ben finds Juju for a big pickup to keep the drive going. Ben finds Benny Snell on a check down. On a second down, pass out the backfield and move the chains again. Ben almost throws another pick to William Jackson. He drops it. Okay? That was crucial. I'm going to explain to you guys why that was so crucial. Looks like Claypool stopped on that as well, but I'm going to come back to that. Late rotation by William Jackson to create pretty much a 2-deep shell. And to me, I feel like Ben should have saw it. Ben was looking that way the entire time. Great disguise by the Bengals, but it's like you're looking in that direction, and that's where you're throwing the ball. Even if Claypool continues to run, the whole shot wasn't there. So Ben was throwing into coverage quite often tonight. All right? So, Steelers lose 3 yards on a 3rd and 1. Running power to the outside, and the Steelers get bailed out by pass interference on Deontay Johnson by William Jackson. And I know he's kicking himself in the butt, because had you picked it off, all of those points come off the board. But then you get called for a PI, and we ended up scoring, finishing the drive with Benny Snell right up the middle. Randy Fichtner, I need you to come in the office. I'm going to be straightforward with you, Mr. Fichtner. Listen, man, it really might be time for you to go. Real talk. It might be time for you to go. I don't understand. I don't understand your mentality, man. I don't. And you see, I got a confused look on my face. I don't understand your thought process with the way you try to run the football. And give me a second, guys. I see a troll here in the chat, man. I got to put him on a timeout. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I told you guys, I don't mind if you come through and, you make fun or whatever you want to do, but the trolling has to stop. So this, who was it? Kyle Pulowski. You got to go, brother. You come on, man. Stop the trolling. The go Bills, go Bills, go Bills, go Bills. Like, come on. I'm going to put you on a little timeout, man. Get it together. I'm going to have to let you ride. But Randy Fichtner, when I played football and when I was in the backfield, you know, I used to idolize guys who could make somebody miss, right? My older brother, also a running back. But a lot of times I would try to, you know, mimic some of his moves, even though he was the type that would put his head right in your chest. And that's why I got that mentality too. So I had both. But there were some times when I would shake and bake a little bit and the coach would be like, hey, man, you ain't need to do that. North and south, son. North and south. He used to always say shake and bake is for the perimeter. When you in between them tackles, north and south. Randy Fichtner, I know you got to know that. You run what you call high percentage plays in key situations. Why is it do we continue to run out of shotgun, or we run wide, or in this case, we run power? And you know the thing is, power works if you get there. But if you don't, if the defense gets penetration, it gets blown up. I am sick and tired of us needing 1 yard and we try to get cute. Why don't we strap our boots on and run it straight up the yin-yang for a yard? If you get it, you get it. If you don't, okay, best man won. But look at what happened on the goal line when Benny ran it straight up the yin-yang. Touchdown. It gives you an opportunity to get a head of steam going, put your head down. You're probably going to get a yard if there's any crease. Why do you run the ball like that? Y'all have heard me say this plenty of times, haven't you guys? I hate when we pull on the 1 yard line. Again, sometimes it works, but if you don't get to your destination, or if the smart defenders shoot the gap, or if they beat the man in front of them, it's a higher probability that you can have a failure in that situation because the defense is playing the run. If you're going to run it, my belief is always to line up. If your fullback is there, of course he wasn't, but put Vance McDonald back there. Somebody run it right at him. Other teams do it. Or what about the quarterback sneak? Oh, you're so scared of that. And I don't know if it's you or Ben Roethlisberger. But again, I'm going to say this. Tom Brady still does it. Don't give me age. That quarterback is 6'5", 250. Something around that range. Sneak it. Or hand it off and let your guy run it up the yin-yang. Your play calling has been horrendous. That goes for you and Ben, because I know Ben runs the show sometimes. There's never anything new. There's never a real sprinkle. Ryan Finland running on us tonight because we weren't expecting it. Oh, they did something that we didn't plan for, perhaps. Steelers don't never do that for some reason. I don't get it. I don't. What I do get, that it's time for you to go, and my brother Kenyon brought up a great point that I hadn't even kept up with. Your contract expires after this season. And we all know how the Roonies get down. They don't fire, they just don't re-up. So might this be the writing on the wall? Matt Canada? Hopefully. No disrespect to you, Randy Fichtner, but listen, I am a fan that is frustrated at the way this offense is conducting itself with the talent out there. Nice young talent out there. That's all I got for you, Randy Fichtner. Let's keep it moving, guys, because where we at? I said I was gonna be quick, didn't I? We 39 minutes in. Let me just get quick, man. Let's breeze through some of this, because some of this stuff really doesn't matter. Really doesn't. We finally get the offense going at some point. You know, like I said, we picked up quick touchdown to Deontay Johnson, and we moved the ball, and we get Benny Snell in there, and yah. But we still had a lot of 3-and-outs, man. Even in the second half, we just didn't do anything. No consistency on offense. Steelers forced a 3-and-out, or 3rd and 3, with 2:29 on the clock. I got to mention this. Finley attempts to do the same thing again, keeper, and boy, what a play Minkah Fitzpatrick made in open field. Looks like we finally made an adjustment to it, and voila, we get off the field, right? Get off the field. Ben Roethlisberger has about 2 minutes and 17 seconds left to do some magic. Can Big Ben bring us back and tie this game up? So let me tell y'all what happened. Last offensive drive in regulation, because I wrote regulation on purpose because I was hoping maybe we get to overtime. 2 incompletions to start the drive. Brings up a 3rd and 10. I think it was a missed PI on that call. And it definitely looked like the guy was early. But once again, Ben directing traffic, but it's still coverage over there. He trying to get Claypool down the field. But again, Ben, you can't put it out in front of nobody. The deep ball ain't there. Looks like PI. And listen, I'm not crying about that. And I'm not going to say we lost because of that or anything like that. Who knows if we even scored. But I think it was a PI on that call. It was missed. And we all saw what happened on the 4th down. Ball thrown high, again, in coverage. Bengals played an excellent game on defense against us. Plain and simple. Here are my quick takeaways. Let me give some credit really quick. I think that guy Highsmith, Alex Highsmith, is going to be special. Some of you guys probably didn't pay a whole lot of attention to what he was doing because we were losing, but the guy was getting a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. He was forcing Finley off his spot. You know, he had the sack along with TJ Watt in that game. He keeps using that ghost rush, and he's getting home. I think Alex Highsmith is going to be somebody. I really do. I think we have a hidden gem right there. It's just going to, got to get a little more acclimated, and we'll see. We'll see. Benny Snell. I want to give Benny Snell credit. Benny Snell ran that football tonight, man. At one point, and let me be accurate here. I had it pulled up, but let me be 100% accurate. Let me get to the stats. Benny Snell had a good game, man. He did. I told y'all I like Benny Snell. I like his demeanor. I like the way he carries himself. 18 rushes, 84 yards, 1 touchdown, 4.7. We have not had a rushing game or a rusher of that magnitude in quite a while. And they showing that play again where Ben just sells it. It's a shame. And how about the Bengals kicking a field goal, man, with 12 seconds left? That's just shady. But anyway, a few other takeaways I have here. Steelers total yards in the first half, 40 yards, 1 for 9 on 3rd down, 3 turnovers, and we had a whopping 7 yards passing. 7. Number 7 had 7 passing yards in the first half. We had, and I lost count after this, but we had 5 consecutive 3-and-outs to open the game. 5. Steelers starting extremely slow. Steelers, after the first quarter, time of possession was only 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And Larson was making a fool out of Little Al. That's about all I got, man, as far as takeaways. There's not a whole lot more to say. I know you guys hate when I say this, but I'm going to say it again. We're done. I want y'all to name me before I open up the calls. And guys, y'all got to be quick tonight. I'm sorry I took up so much time, but y'all got to be 60 seconds and out. Y'all did good last week, so please let's get back to that. Name me a playoff team that we're going to beat. I'm dead serious. Let me give you guys where I'm coming from. The way we're currently playing offense. If our offense doesn't pick up, we're going to start playing better teams, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to play the Colts. Very solid team. Let me tell you what else. Cleveland Browns look all right? Now, let's say this. Cleveland has played the same easy schedule pretty much that we've played in. They're 10-4. But the way Cleveland runs the football and the way they get Baker on the move a lot, not saying our defense can't handle it, but your defense can't hold up when the offense ain't putting up no points. Because when the offense is not putting up points, guess what's happening? The time of possession is shrinking, right? You're putting the defense out there much more. I don't care what defense you got. You ain't holding up all night. There's a such thing as being tired. Don't be surprised if the Cleveland Browns mess around and win the division. Don't be surprised. Our quote-unquote easy games are in the past. We should have won tonight. Winning tonight, guess what? Ding, ding, ding. We would have clinched the division. Cleveland has a better opportunity to win the division than we do. Baltimore has a very, very easy schedule remaining. They might slide in the playoffs. I want y'all to name me a team that we're going to beat in the playoffs. Please. Please. I want to hear it. Let's get to the phone calls, man. Let me get my headphones here. Keep them short, guys. Like, for real. For real. It's 12:16. I need y'all to be 60 seconds and out because we got, let me see. We got 6 calls in queue. So, in and out. Don't make me have to mute you and keep it moving because I will. I don't want to, but I will. First up, 443, what you got? Hello.
Yo, this me, Sam?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's good, man? First of all, appreciate your show. Appreciate you taking my call. Try to make it real quick, man. I agree with everything you said tonight. Ben is done. And the reason why Ben is done is because his arm hasn't been good, man. His elbow ain't good. And it showed when he rolled out to the right. And I don't have a problem with him rolling out to the right since you asked that question. The problem I have is he rolled out to the right, which is a strong side, and still couldn't get the ball downfield. So that shows you that his arm is still not good. With that being said, that's why we run a quick, short route, because he can't throw the ball downfield. So I appreciate Ben for everything he's done, but Ben he's done because of his elbow. And if you watch him, he don't want to take hits anymore. OC, Randy Fichtner, he got to go. He's a QB coach. That's why he got the job, because he was Ben's friend. Keith Butler, he got to go. The reason why I say Keith Butler got to go is because Keith Butler just has good players on his defense. But his situational awareness is horrible, and it's been shown not just this year, but it's been shown for years. If you're a Steelers fan, you would see and you would know that. So, man, I mean, it is what it is. I agree with you. The Steelers are pretty much done this year, and that just is what it is. I don't feel bad about that. I'm not mad at you because you said that. You're just keeping it real, and I'm keeping it real with you. The Steelers are done because of their offense. Their defense can play with anybody. But when it comes to situational football on the defensive side, Keith Butler can't make the calls. Why are you in the zone on 3rd and 3? Enough said, man. Have a good show.
Yeah, man. Appreciate the call. And guys, be a little faster than that, please, please. Now it's 8 calls in the queue. So I'm going to be extremely quick with my replies. I agree. Situational football has been a problem with Keith Butler. Some people might say it's hard to make the argument because of where we've ranked in defense. I get it, but still, situational is where it matters. And like I always say, why are we so afraid to get up in the face of receivers and play tight on those situations? Man doesn't always mean you're going to win, but it's mighty funny seeing a lot of these teams do it to us. Just saying. I prefer mano-a-mano, man, in those situations, and if you win, you win. Next up, 651, what you got?
What's up, Sid, man? I'm going to try to be real quick. I agree, being is shot. The arm is done. He looks like Alex Smith out there, and that's sad to say. I never thought I'd see today. But the Jets have messed up my plan to get Sam Darnold. They messed it up, and I felt like they were going to try to get Trevor Lawrence and let Sam Darnold go or trade him for Thor. But they messed my plan up. Whatever. I also feel like we got to do better with this offensive line. It's not just big. This offensive line is terrible, and I don't know where we go with that. It's going to be a rebuilding period. We might be done these playoffs. Then again, it depends on who we play, how it works out, but it's going to be tight. Thanks a lot, man.
Man, you're very welcome. And both of you guys have said the same thing so far. Ben just, he ain't as bad as what Peyton Manning was when they won the Super Bowl in Denver. But Ben is definitely trending down. I mean, it's clear. It's clear. We can see it. It's either that elbow or that knee is more serious than we think. And the fact that he's rushing to say, I want to come back, is you got to pay attention to all of that. All right, man, we got a bunch of these guys. Quick. 843, what you got for us?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, all I gotta say is really like the fact that we don't adjust to anything at all. Like, we know that they got our number, they know that they got our number, and we don't adjust. We go back to the same old. That just goes to show that our offense doesn't have any power. Like, the defense they're tired, they're restless. Like, I can't blame the defense for even wanting to give up, because everything's on their shoulders all the time. And if they don't get turnovers, we don't win games. I mean, like, really think about that. Like, it's all in their time, man. Like, and that's a hard thing to put on your defense, man. Keep the defense out there, man. You can't expect them to do anything but get tired. We are one and done in the playoffs. Do you actually really want to see this team in the playoffs? I don't. But thank you for taking my call, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, man. Appreciate the call as well. And a couple of you guys are making good points, man, in the chat. I will agree. You know, the O-line just didn't, part of it is on the O-line as well, but we've also seen Ben in these situations when he's had time. You know what I mean? I'm not just judging this one game. Next up, 281, what you got for us?
Hey, Tim. I hope all is well, but let's say hypothetically, if the Steelers are done, Kevin Colbert does retire, and Mr. Art Rooney calls you to be GM, what are your 3 steps to success for next year?
Oh, man, what a call. Let me try to be quick. First thing I'm going to do is bring Kenyon in on staff. He's the resident scout. Yikes. Right now, offensive line. We got to beef that offensive line up for the future. We've kind of been getting away with the old veterans, but I think now we gotta do probably like a Dallas Cowboy investment, what they did a few years on the O-line. Got to. Next, I need to secure a quarterback, because whether Ben is done this year or not, if we actually bring him back next year, we gotta have somebody waiting. Next after that, no particular order, but let's get TJ Watt under contract. That's what I got. Area code 803, what you got for us?
Yo, man. I'm just going to keep it fast. Ben is trash, bro. The offensive coordinator is trash, bro. It's just trash, bro. I have to go work with this embarrassment, bro. Like, this terrible, bro.
Man.
It hurts, bro. That's it, bro.
I feel you, man. It's just some words of encouragement, man. Like what I always do. Whether you got to go to work with people or be on social. Look, man, it's great. I mean, it's great that we have a winning organization. I mean, it's funny. Like people always try to. Who cares? Bengals, so what? Y'all won. You heard the records that I'm not records, but you heard what they were saying tonight. Like they haven't beat the Steelers. I mean, it's bound to happen. It's just it hurts us more because we shouldn't have lost, if that makes sense. But don't even worry about people talking trash. I mean, at the end of the day, even though we're not 100% believing in the team, that team is already in the playoffs. At this point, we're just looking to see if they can right the ship before the tournament starts. So that's the bright side. Area code 717, what you got for us?
Hey, Sam. Thanks for taking my call. Aloha from all the way in Hawaii, brother. Listen.
Oh, wow.
You were on tonight. I just want to say RIP to Kevin Green. But I just want to kind of off of what everyone else said. I mean, the adjustments in the wide receivers can't. They're struggling with separation, right? But I also want to say, and I want to get your opinion on this. I think this is just the result of the position changing in terms of QB, right? A lot of these teams can get away with mediocre O-lines when their QBs can move. And Ben just stands there, right? He doesn't step up. He doesn't move around. And I feel like this offense is just stagnant because, he can't extend the plays like some of these other teams can. But thanks for the time, and take it easy.
Man, thanks for calling. Wow, all the way out in Hawaii. I see you have a 717 area code, so you were somewhere in the area over here where I am at some point. Yeah, man, that's part of it too. It really is. That's part of it too, man. He's not a mobile guy anymore. I mean, and listen, Ben has played his career, so I'm not trashing the guy, but yeah, times have changed. Guys, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 calls remaining. There's actually 6, but whoever's calling from all ones, I'm not answering that. I'm sorry. I gotta treat it the same way I would do a random call that comes to my phone. I'm not answering that one. Next up, area code 202. What you got for us?
Hi, first time caller here from the DC area. That loss to Washington hurts me a lot.
Oh yeah.
But I want to comment about the long-term prospects of this organization / team, since somebody mentioned. I know that the Steelers have somewhat of a philosophy that we don't like to upset the status quo. We like to do things the way we do. But because of how the league is trending, I like the organization to update its philosophy a bit in how to construct this team. Maybe be better in evaluating the quarterback position, putting more stock in the offense. I know we love our defense, but we must do better with scouting offensive players, especially in the QB position. There was a 21-year gap between Terry Bradshaw's last season as an NFL quarterback and Ben Roethlisberger's rookie season. I don't want that gap to happen anymore.
Oof.
And lastly, I appreciate you. Besides Alex Kasur, you're the best Steeler YouTuber that I listen, and I appreciate your work for the past few years. Thank you very much.
Oh man, I definitely appreciate that, man. Thanks for the call. And listen, my feelings aren't hurt at all if someone says Alex Kazur, because that's my guy. Listen, Alex and Dave, those are my go-tos. Them dudes, that's what they do for a living, and they are phenomenal with it, with the detail and the cap talk. And so yeah, I'm happy to just be mentioned in that. If you're watching me and Steelers Depot, thank you, and I appreciate you being a first-time caller. Definitely appreciate that. Next up, area code 313. What you got for us?
Hey, Sim. This is your boy from Detroit. I'm just giving a quick call in. This is quick. First, I want to know where our offensive line have ranked since Mike Munchak had left and went to Denver. I think we fell from being around the top 10 in the league. We all the way down to like 27th all the way to 32nd. And with the trenches not being what they are, now you can see the guys fall off. If we go into the draft this upcoming year to rebuild that line, you got that young kid that from Northwestern who opted out. I love him, Slater. Look at the kid Mayfield from the University of Michigan. Go look at the kid also from South Carolina, Gamecocks. These are offensive linemen. I would love if we can get Najee Harris. I like Benny Snell, but he's no starter to put no fear in nobody's defenses, especially in the top 10 in the league. So when we fix this offensive line, then we can get back to playing Steeler football. This is what they've been missing. I told you guys this about 2 years ago when you and me and Kenyon was talking, and I brought up Mike Munchak, and y'all was talking about he went to live with his family in Denver. I said, here's going to be the decay of our offensive line. And the offensive line coach, he got to go. He's no Mike Munchak. I knew that was going to come back and bite him. Y'all have a blessed one. I hope we get it turned around within the next year. Bye-bye.
Man, thank you for calling. I'll comment on that really, really quick. And we got 3 more calls to get, guys. The results don't lie. It's we could definitely say, man, it must have been a hit. But this is what I don't get. Why? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. Like, I fully understand. But at the same time, if this dude was his understudy and most of the guys are still there, like, that to me is not an excuse. Listen, coaches bring the best out of people. I get that. But when you're a professional athlete, you're not going to tell me that y'all forgot how to block or you forgot the scheme or whatever because Munchak, like me, I got to look at the players and they face it like, what's wrong with you, man? Only that man can make you play? Stop it. Now, I'm not disagreeing with 313. I'm just saying for the players, come on, man. That type of excuse I can't go with. Area code 334, what you got for us? $334.
You got me? I'm in.
Gotta let him go. Oh, I did hear you. I'm coming right back to you. 334.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, man?
I'm in?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. Yeah, man. I'm very disappointed. I know, like I was telling you earlier, I didn't listen to your show because I didn't believe this team was going to go all the way. So I said, let me just sit back. 'Cause I know old bumming old Ben going to blow the whole whistle. So which he did, and it's heartbreaking, man, to see this team. I actually believe they was going to go undefeated and win the Super Bowl, And then key players started getting hurt. And I said, well, when that started happening, everything going to start coming on Ben. And I already know he's not going to live up to the ability of getting us nowhere. NFL football is not like the past. Pro set is over with. RPOs and mobile quarterbacks is the era of the league. And if you watch the Alabama and Florida game, boy, I would love to see some action like that over in Pittsburgh. And that's all I got to say, man. Steelers all the way.
Man, appreciate the call, and I agree with you, man. Definitely we got to trend more towards a guy that can at least move. And again, I want to keep saying this because I'm not going to be the fan that's just going to beat up Roethlisberger in his, 17th season? It's just time. You know what I mean? And like I said, do I think that Ben still has enough to still win? I do, given the right situation. We got to figure something out. Play to his strengths or something now. If his strengths is only the quick pass game, that ain't going to work. But if we can somehow still scheme it, I think he has enough in the tank to still be serviceable enough to make some money throws here and there. He's just not going to be Dynamite Ben. But his successor is going to need to have some movement. And even if it's like Joe Burrow, right? You don't necessarily got to be Lamar. You ain't even got to be my man Patrick Mahomes. You ain't got to be Russell. Even though I would love to see that. I would love a Russell Wilson prototype as far as how he plays. I'd take that in Pittsburgh. But, 2 more calls, guys. We're going to end with 260. So right now we're going to go to 440 and then 260. And guys, please, quick. 440, what you got for us?
Hey, it's Brandon here. I'm just saying that I've been watching a film with the Arthur Mode show, and I've been seeing that he's been talking a lot about the offensive line not getting pushed in the middle. And I know a lot of that centers off the center. I've seen that Marquise Pouncey for all the year. He's been getting pushed back so much all year long.
Oh, yeah.
I honestly don't think he has it anymore. Personally, I think they should draft a big center, a guy like the kid in Alabama who played their center or guard. They're saying he's a first-round talent. I think getting someone like him, because this starts is the guy up in the front and the center is one of those positions that they just get beat up over the years so much that they're almost like a running back. They don't have a whole, much more than 10 years in their career. And he's been playing, 11 years now?
Yeah.
And next year will be 12 if he stays. I just think getting a bigger guy, a young guy to come in there, will be able to get pushed up the middle, be able to open up those gaps, and get guys like James Conner or whoever new running backs are next year to be able to blow through those holes. And also, I think right now, the thing we could do is go out and get a guy that can block on the outside, whether it be a tight end or a tackle that can just at least run block. Because Chooks and Big Al, they just can't block that good. And the only blocking tight end we have is Max McDonald, and you can't keep him in there all the time. Because Zach Gentry, he's a project, and he ain't doing anything for us. That's my perspective on that.
Hey man, appreciate the call, and I don't think I can disagree with you. Quite often we've said on the show here, my brother Tony listening, when we've done steel tables, Pouncey, man. Pouncey. Don't get Tony started in the chat, man. Pouncey be getting pushed back. Think about it, all the way back to when Juju had that long touchdown. It was either the Denver one or the Detroit one, the 97. One of those. Pouncey was been lapped in. So it's been happening for a long time. And he's still having these bad snaps. I'm not talking about the fumble, but he had a couple bad snaps again in this game. I don't get it. Last call of the night. And this call, I just noticed you have a little question mark by your name. So let me know, is that something, did you do something different when you called in? Because I noticed when Roughhouse Boxing calls, it does that too. And I don't know if that shoots you up the queue, because if it does, I want to honor that. But 260, what you got for us?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why there's a question mark on my name. I didn't do anything special in the call here. Anyways, question for you. What's up with Big Ben? It seems like when he's dropping back, he has tunnel vision that he's going to commit to Claypool or commit to Johnson, and he has Washington up the middle open. I understand like the O-line isn't as good as it used to be, but yeah, I just noticed he has tunnel vision. Second thing I want to comment on. I think it might be in our best interest to be third seed, considering that would allow us to avoid the Ravens coming in, sneaking in the seventh.
Man, I'm going to speak on that. You hit it on the head, man. It's a lot of these teams, the Ravens being one. They could end up being that team that we was at, back in when we won the Super Bowl. That 9-7 year. I mean, you can't let a team like the Ravens get it going. They're gonna be hard to beat. So I agree with you there, man. Maybe the seeding will work out for us, but definitely appreciate your call, man. You guys did great tonight with time. I've kind of extended the show a little longer. It's almost impossible for me to do it in an hour. I don't mind extending it a little longer, man, on the post game, even though it's late. I'll just take one on the team. Hey, I only got 2 more days to work this week anyway, right? And I'm working from home. Lose an hour of sleep, so what? But guys, let's wrap it up here, man. We got I'll ramble on for maybe another 10 minutes. I want to point out a few things really quick. I can take these headphones off. Common theme, a lot of you guys said tonight, Ben is cooked. Like I said, I'm going to give Ben somewhat of the benefit of the doubt, meaning, do I think he can still come out and perform the way he did in spurts in the third quarter? Yeah. But if we can only do it in spurts, right? We're going to have to develop some type of scheme now. I know most people will say, man, it's too late in the season. I get it. But we need to start getting the playbook to a point to, okay, what things work the best for us? That normal script that we follow, we need to let that go. And it's funny, man, because teams even jumping all over the cute stuff we try to do. The one jet sweep that we ran to Claypool, my man Lawson was all over that, blowing up Big Al, Little Al again. But it's like, we're going to have to find different ways to get the ball in people's hands. Nice little screen that we ran to Claypool. That was nice, right? That was nice. And y'all see how fast how explosive that we can be if we just scheme it? Quick screen. Got the block. Claypool did the rest. Big and strong. Tight rope the sideline. Yeah. Right? And because of that, now Deontay opens up. And Ben puts the ball right on the money. So it's almost like we got to find the routes and the depth and all of that where Ben is his best and just build that package and we throw that out there. Put your best forward. But some of the things that I see us do, I'm like, why? Again, why do we continue to run the ball the way we do on third and short? The predictable runs. We don't do nothing different. If you just gonna show your hand like that, line up, man on man, and run straight up the middle. Because that other stuff ain't working. If you just gonna show your cards anyway, you might as well say, I'm coming right at you. We're gonna block you. We're gonna get a yard. The running it out of the shot. I mean, it's so predictable where we all at home calling it. Here come the run. Here come the run. Here come a power. Like, quick pass. Or like on that 3rd and 3 to Juju. And dog, everybody know we throwing the ball quick. We have to find different things to do. Mix and match. Couple little screens we threw to Benny Snell. Quick things out the backfield. Little stuff like that. Okay? You got to there's got to be a fluid plan throughout the game, right? It can't just be, here's the script and we going to follow it. It's got to be fluid. Meaning, I feel like we got to come in with like 2 or 3 plans. And we throw different ones at them. Like, first series, we going to come with this. Second series, we come with this. Third series, we go back maybe to the first. Fourth series, we go to our third plan. Like, you got to keep it fluid because of our lack of consistency. You got to keep them off balance, even if the run game ain't going. But like I said, we got the run going in spurts tonight. When the last time y'all seen us do that little delay draw? When we allowed a blitz come. Benny Snell took advantage of it like 2 times. That's what I'm saying. We don't see these things every week. It's weird to me how we don't continue to mix in the things that's successful. I don't get it, man. But I will say this to you guys, and then we'll get into, seeing what y'all have to say in the chat for a minute. I want to ask the question now, since we're going to the chat. Who we beating in the playoffs? Seriously. If our offense continues to look the way we've looked the last 3 weeks, let's keep in mind that Ravens game against virtually backup players, RG3 at the helm. McSorley, I think, had to come in that game. We barely beat them. We beating a healthy Ravens. The way this offense is playing, the way that defense is capable of playing, where you got Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Peters playing tight coverage all in your face and looking to punch the ball out any chance they get, we beating them. Y'all think we gonna beat the Colts next week or in the playoffs? Like, seriously. Don't answer it with your heart. Answer it with your football eyes. The way our offense look. We gonna beat them? Y'all think we gonna beat Cleveland? We still winning the division? The way we look? I'm just saying. And oh boy, should I say it? Y'all been beating me over the head the last couple weeks for saying this. I'm going to say it again. We not beating the Chiefs. We're not. I don't care what y'all say. Listen, if I'm wrong, I will take that. I will wear egg on my face, eat crow, whatever. We are not beating the Kansas City Chiefs if we get that far. We're not. This offense is not going to outscore that offense, even if our defense steps up. We're not going to contain them the entire time. Look at the offenses that we haven't been able to contain when the money was on the line. Here they out here. You talk about plays. They out here. Mahomes throwing underhand shovels to Kelsey. Like you see what I'm saying? Where's the arsenal of plays? Like, can we pick Matt Canada's brain? Who we beating, man? I haven't seen it yet. I'm asking. And anything else y'all got in the chat? I'm reading chats now. But who we beating? Who are we beating in the playoffs? Lanisha said Kansas City is the team to beat. Somebody must have said something else. Coach, if Phillip plays like a wild card. Yeah. But I mean, we'll see next week. I mean, at least we at home, but Steeler Car said nobody's beating Kansas City. They're repeating, man. I'm telling you, they looking pretty unstoppable right now. They looking pretty unstoppable, man. Raiders. Tomlin has unleashed hell on us in December. You know what? That was the other elephant in the room, and I will address that 2 seconds. All right. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not diving into that conversation no more with people. People are gonna believe what they want, think what they want. I'm just saying, the irony in the whole thing of dumping on Tomlin is we're talking about a team that's already in the playoffs. It's so weird. It's so weird how people's opinions fluctuate throughout the year because I be seeing y'all. First, this team can't do this. We go on a little streak. Oh man, the schedule is easy. Oh, then we go and we play Tennessee. Oh, we look like a team that could do something. We go to Baltimore, right? Week 8, win that. Oh, we looking like right. Everybody riding high. Then all of a sudden, we get down, we start losing. Oh, this team is trash. Tomlin got to. I'm like, the way people flip flop. I swear, y'all like throwing flip flops, man. Flop, 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 flop. It is weird. It is weird. Again, like I said, I'm not having an argument with anybody about what they feel about Tomlin. Listen, everybody's opinion is different. All I ask people to do is to be consistent. That's it. Same way I'm consistent about saying we ain't going to beat Kansas City if we get that far. That's what I'm sticking to. I don't care if we go out here and beat the Colts 40-0. Turn around, beat Cleveland 50-0. Go in the first round and whoever we got, beat them 24-16. Right? A tough team. I still will say we're not beating Kansas City. Sticking to it. I just need y'all, people who fly by the seat of your pants, you fly by night. Just be consistent. But like I said, we not gonna have that argument no more. You like them or hate them, I could care less. Let's see what else y'all got. I think we go 13-3, but lose first round in the playoffs. Oh God, that would be eerily familiar, right? That'd be very similar to that. What? The Jacksonville year when we had to bye. Derek Bourdine says those were all great points, but shouldn't the coaches know to make these changes? Listen, I think we all say that every week. We all say that every week. All I'm saying is I'm not having the conversation with anybody anymore about Mike Tomlin being a bad coach. I'm sorry. I won't do it. You might dislike some stuff, but I'm sorry. You missing me with that. You can't be a bad coach and win as much as you. I don't know. Listen, again, I agree with everybody when it comes to him included. Situational adjustments and all of that. Yeah, y'all got to do a better job. But what I always say is I want people to say the same thing when the Steelers win. I want you to stick to that. Because listen, I know people personally that I talk to that be like, no, I just don't like coach. Great. I respect that because that's how you actually feel. But I'm more so talking about people in the chat and people that be on Twitter that change with the weather. That's the ones I'm just never having the conversation with you guys. See what else y'all got. Big A says, love Chase Claypool, but Jalen Hurts is looking pretty good right now, even with a loss. Huh? Big A, I'm not sure what you're talking about. So you're saying that we should have taken Jalen Hurts over Chase Claypool based off of how Chase Claypool's rookie season has gone? Not sure I agree with that, but I respect it. I respect your opinion. Henry Manuel said we might go 11-5. Y'all remember when I said that when we was 11-0? You all remember that? Or I think when we lost one. Remember when I said, man, we might mess around and go 11-5. I was joking, but it might be that. Chase Claypool would be so much better if we actually used him. Oh, man. Yes. Got to get Claypool more. See, and that's the thing. See, that's why I tell you guys. This is why I always tell y'all, even I don't even include myself in this. Don't just listen to what I say. Have my opinion. Have your own. But this is why I don't listen to the talking heads. Because the talking heads will have you believe that Chase Claypool has fell off. He's hit the rookie wall.
90 seconds.
Whoa. Let me hang up Blog Talk, guys, because we still on there. She about to hang us up. 1 second. So Blog Talk, folks, go back to the stream. I want to be on a few more minutes. Let me hang Blog Talk up. Yeah, they'll have you believe that Chase Claypool has fell off the face of the earth, right? That ain't what I'm seeing. I'm seeing us not really getting him in the fold, or maybe we're not utilizing him the way we could, or maybe it's this. Claypool was really at deep shot, right? And teams have adjusted to that. Maybe it's that. Like, I never understand sometimes when media pundits will just automatically say, oh, so-and-so ain't look at the film. Now, if we can look on film and see that Claypool ain't doing his thing, like remember against the Bills when I showed the play when your boy Tre'Davious White, and I apologize for I called the man Ladarius last week, when Tre'Davious White pressed him and Claypool had no choice but to panic and pull him down. I look at that like, hey man, how you let that man press you and you 6'4", 200 plus? Little stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, we even saw it tonight. Claypool was making double moves, wide open, Ben's missing him. You see what I'm saying? Or not even looking his way. So you can't say, oh, Claypool was falling off. That's what the media pundits do. Now, you can listen to ex-players. I usually respect what the ex-players say. Really respect that. But just the talking heads, the Stephen A's of the world and all of that, I ain't got no beef with, Stephen A. It's just like, again, I have people who listen to those things, and that's the gospel to them. I'm like, use your own eyes, man. Corey Beavers, let me read what he said. He said, it's not fair whether when you speak the truth. This team sucks. They have no spark, no scheme, no creativity. We're lost. I don't see us fixing it this late in the season. Are you responding to somebody? Because, Corey, you actually make good points. Doesn't look like we have a real bona fide scheme and creativity. I have to agree with you with that. I don't see us fixing it either. That's why I said in the title, we're done. I think we cooked. Marlon Nicholson says, I'm no Tomlin hater. He's a great coach, but we cannot hide the fact that he has a way of letting the team play down. Man. Okay, let's move on. Respect your comment, but again, y'all know who has a worse record against lesser teams, and most of y'all probably didn't know that? Bill Cowher. Go figure. And I love Bill Cowher. So let me ask y'all this. For people who feel like this, and again, I know we have an emotional connection with the Steelers. Y'all think Sean McVay is a bad coach? Because the Jets beat them yesterday? I want somebody to answer that. And my point, what I'm making is, it's literally any given Sunday. I will never, let me make a declaration right here. I will never subscribe to the idea of teams or coaches playing down to their competition. I know that's something that we say, but I don't believe that as an athlete. I don't care who we was playing. I tried to run through a brick wall. Now, does human nature kick in? Did the Steelers think that because we beat them 36-10 or whatever it was in the first outing that we just going to go get Cincinnati and we going to go claim the division? Yeah, I'm sure. Even though I don't have a huge problem with it, maybe that's why Juju go in TikToks. Does the dance on the logo and all. Oh, man, we going to smash these dudes. I'm sure human nature kicks in. But you will never get me to believe that an NFL team coach in particular, a coach prepares his team any differently week to week. You will never get me to subscribe to that. That makes zero sense. It's not logical. I could be dead wrong. But if a coach literally told me that, I'd be like, you crazy. You a fool for that. You should be prepared every week. So I will never subscribe to that. Respect your opinion. This is not me coming at you. I'm just saying that to me is crazy. I'll never believe that. Juju equals AB 2.0. Whoa, you got to explain that a little bit. Y'all be going off the deep end, man. Says Tomlin doesn't seem like a yelling coach. Watch some of them sound effects. Y'all got to go digging for the stuff that they don't show us during the game. It would surprise you. Look, Captain Spartan, he just said it. It would surprise you. And you know what, Captain Spartan, I've come to realize I don't think everybody gets to see a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that certain guys like us might find, or, you know, you listen to what ex players say. I don't know. Yelling coach doesn't mean nothing. You're absolutely right. Now, like I said, I do agree. And I'm spending all kinds of time with y'all tonight, man. I do agree that Juju, you know, like I said, maybe I don't want to see him do that before the game, but in no way, shape, or form am I going to tell this kid to not play on TikTok. Who cares? That don't affect his play on the field. I hope people don't really think that. Oh, wow. Somebody said Juju soft. See, this is what I'm saying. Listen, guys, I love it. I love this. We are family, but this is what I'm saying, man. Everybody's opinion is 100% valid. And my opinion is not the dominant opinion. I never do that. But some things that we say as a fan base is not sensical. Like, seriously. Juju soft. There's no way you can watch him play football and you say the man is soft. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Thank you, Debbie. She says, wow, still a nation. Have you watched Juju? How you say he's soft? God. G-A-W-D. God. Y'all crazy, man. But anyway, let's keep it moving. Give me some more real meat stuff to read. Easy Pit says, we don't have a number one on the team. We have a rookie and a bunch of number 2 and 3 receivers, a bunch of running backs, and should be on the practice squad. Okay. Listen, I'm not going to disagree with your assessment, but define number one, if you can, quickly. Define what number one means to you, because this is a real question. It's not a challenge. I'm curious to know, what your take is as far as what a number one receiver is, because you hear different opinions. A lot of time, obviously, the easy connection is people will say he's not AB. I mean, AB in Pittsburgh, nobody was him. So if that's the comparison, not saying you're doing that, I'm just saying in general, people will throw that at me. They'll say, well, he ain't no AB. Oh, okay, who was? For that 5-6 year run, who was? He ain't no Julio Jones in his prime. Okay. He ain't DeAndre Hopkins. Oh, okay. We talk about some of the greatest. That your team ain't guaranteed to get one of those. We had one. You feel me? So, but I'm asking, you, Easy Pit, what's your definition of a number one? Because I would just want to hear kind of more of what you're referring to. Okay, he says, can get open without being schemed open. Take pressure off of the guys around you. Juju gets schemed open. He doesn't get open naturally. That's fine. And he is probably more like that type of receiver because, of course, when AB was there, he ate. You know who our number one receiver is? Y'all ready for this? Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson. Some of y'all might not agree with me because you're going to look at the drops and yada, yada, yada. But Deontay Johnson is a number one receiver. He has all the tools to be that for us. Look at the targets that he get. And Ben, I'm starting to see you force the ball to him a little bit too. Cut that out. Don't do that. But Deontay Johnson is our number one receiver by definition of what you said. That's your guy. He can get open by himself. He's the quick, twitchy, route running guy that can beat press, can beat tight. He is the guy. He just got to get them drops under control. That's it. That's all he got to do. Catch the dang football. The dang football. That's all he got to do. BB says, things we can do to improve and have a shot this year at the Super Bowl. Wow. Going out and getting a guy who can run. They not. Not at this point. Who we getting? Who's the guy? Who's the guy that's sitting in free agency right now that can turn this thing around like that? Still a Nation 412 says, I like Juju. He's a very good, humble guy, but he doesn't look like a strong receiver as of right now. Oh, okay, I don't know what you guys are looking to get out of Juju. Go look at what Juju was in college. Yo, we saw who Juju was when AB was there. That's what I'm saying, Still a Nation. Sometimes when I push back on the opinions, we saw what he was. Like, I don't know what y'all are expecting, right? Because when AB left, the first thing people said, man, he better be a number one. He's not that. He's not that. I don't know, man. Darren Dalton says, am I the only one who is tired of our team forcing something to work even if it doesn't? Wow. For example, seems they really want Connor to be the feature back. I'm done with James. Listen, man, you hit it on the head. It seemed like we just got that mentality. And I don't know if it maybe it comes from Tomlin down. I don't know. See, even though, guys, I acknowledge that Tomlin is a good coach, I'm still going to give him criticism. I don't know if it comes from him or not. And if it does, we got to wrap him up into that criticism. It definitely seemed like that. It definitely seems like we forced guys. Honestly, man, I'm going to be honest. At this moment, Benny Snell looks like the guy I would rather on the field because of his demeanor. Not saying that Connor, when he's healthy, can't get certain things done. It's just something about Benny Snell. Benny Snell, to me, fits more of the ground and pound, no nonsense type of runner, right? I like him as a number 2. I like him as a compliment to somebody. I just don't know if James, again, man, James is going to get hurt. He's always going to hurt himself. It just how it is. It just happens. It happens to be that way. DJ Go says, when Ben in the game, that playbook was cut short. Yeah, I don't think Ben can throw far anymore. Yeah. Do not disagree with that, brother. I think you're 100% right. RB2, you absolutely right. I like Benny. I do, man. I like Benny. I really like Benny. Eric Rivera says, the PI not called on Claypool was hard on us in the fourth. That would put us around the 20. I've been seeing that Claypool gets hold a lot, but doesn't sell the penalty. That's true. Doesn't necessarily sell the penalty, and got to give a shout out to my cousin Floyd, man, if he's still listening. Claypool, believe it or not, doesn't seem to attack the ball as much as I thought he would. He has it in him, but there are some plays that I think he leaves out on the field. But I think that's going to come in time because he had that at Notre Dame. He's a guy that can high point, but sometimes it almost feels like he's not at the highest point. Y'all know what I'm saying? I think that'll come because he has the mentality to do it. I think that's just a coach up situation. All right, I'm only going to stay here about 3 more minutes. Keaton Burson says, Randy has no offensive identity. The execution isn't there either, but we don't know who we are. Yeah, I got you, man. Spencer says, Juju is disrespectful and full of himself. Wow, okay. Well, personal opinions. Listen, I don't know the kid personally, so y'all will never catch me making those type of judgments about anybody that I don't know personally. I don't get that either. We sit back and we judge athletes, we judge entertainers and rappers and whoever else, and you don't know them from a can of beans. I don't, because for every moment, I guess that somebody can say that they feel that Juju is disrespectful, you see him do a very humble thing. You do see him do a very noble deed. And so what I'm saying is, just from afar, I couldn't say either way. I don't know him personally, but like I said, if we're just judging him off of what we quote unquote see, I see more of the humble, loving, grateful, giving guy than disrespectful. But again, I don't make judgments like that on people that I don't know personally. I know I'm a weirdo. I'm a weirdo that actually takes things more literal than I do just reading a headline or something like that. I've always been like that. You know, people always, you know, just to sidetrack a little bit, people always in entertainers business and all that. And they shouldn't. I don't know these people. I don't know these people. You know, think about, you know, even my guy, you know, I've always been a Jay-Z fan, right? You know, I'm not talking about single Jay-Z. I'm talking about album Jay-Z, B-sides Jay-Z. Some of you guys wouldn't even know why a lot of hip-hop heads think Jay-Z is one of the best of all time, because y'all don't know those records, right? But when the whole thing came out between him and Beyonce and everybody had an opinion, I'm like, fam, who cares? I don't know these people. Why would he do that? You think he did? I don't know him. I don't know her. You understand? I don't know. Again, maybe I'm the weirdo, but I don't get into all that. You don't know these people. Joel Coleman says, Juju is a kid still and a millionaire. He looks pretty well adjusted. That's what I'm saying, man. We talking about a 24-year-old, literally a kid, technically. You know, you couldn't have told me I was a kid at 24, but you your maturity ain't hit there yet. And money in your pocket. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, somebody arguing with a Cleveland fan? Why you here, man? I mean, you're welcome. I never understand when you guys come in. It's weird to me. Yeah, Leonard Green, they don't know. They don't know the streets is watching and politics is usuals and the diamond is forever. And, you know, they don't know the real cuts, you know, the city. And that dude is incredible, man. Yeah, they don't know the allures and the all I needs. And I never change. Like, I could go on for days. Album cuts, baby. Let me see. What else y'all got, man? Daryl Duke says, Sim, look up Jalen Mayfield, offensive tackle, Michigan, and look at Rashawn Slater, offensive line, Northwestern. Okay. Try to remember those names. Oh, yeah, Takeover. But you talking to a guy who's a whole fan. Takeover is not one of my favorite records because of what it was. It was a diss record. So I don't put that in my list of Jay-Z greatest records. Only because it's a diss track. Yeah, that ain't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't supposed to be. Now, yeah, it was nice. It was definitely nice, but I don't put that in my. Yeah, I don't chronologize that as a no. I go with real records, real songs. But anyway, man, let's get back to the football, man. About 2 or 3 minutes, literally, we already at a minute and, excuse me, dang, I can't talk, guys. An hour and 38 minutes. It's 1:08 a.m. What else y'all got? Why y'all going back and forth with somebody that's talk about Browns? Don't pay it no mind, man. Don't pay it no mind. Just let them come in and enjoy a Steeler chat. But listen, and here's the funny thing. People always, this is the kind of fan I am. People always trashing the Steelers. I don't never do that. I don't never do that. And I'm not saying anybody is wrong for, you know, talking and, you know, putting the Steelers on your back and say, man, we gonna do this. I just never do it. Because listen, I can't control what's gonna happen. I never talk trash whether we win or lose. I'm just a fan at the end of the day, right? But whatever. It just, again, it always amazes me how other fan bases come to Steelers stuff. It's weird. It's weird. You're never catching me doing it in reverse. I don't care that much. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we're done. We're done. I think we're done. Any aspirations you guys may have had of us going to the Super Bowl this year, I think you should probably put those expectations on hold. I would love to be wrong. I would love for you guys to record this date. The show began at 12, December the 21st, bleeding into now December 22nd. We'll come back to this date and you guys can say, Sim, you were dead wrong. We are going to the Super. We went to the Super Bowl and maybe we won it. And I'd be like, you know what? I was. I never imagined that the Steelers got it going in the next week against the Colts and then the following week against the Browns. And then they went on a run. in the playoffs. You know, Ben turned back into Ben Roethlisberger. The Steelers built off of the run game that they seemed to establish a little against the Bengals. I never could imagine that. The Steelers went to Arrowhead and took out the Chiefs. Never imagined it. Or let's say the Ravens or somebody get the Chiefs first, you know, or the Titans, and then we go. I never can imagine that the way I'm sitting right here now. So I am saying to you guys, let's just look and see what we got. They give us more to talk about for the draft, because I don't think we're going anywhere. I think we are one and done. At this point, we are waiting to see us lose in the playoffs. I have no confidence in this offense. I just don't. Again, last thing I would say, don't mistake that from me saying that it's impossible. But what I'm saying is the evidence that I've seen over the last 4 games at least does not swing in our favor. I have no confidence that this offense can sustain itself and score with any of these teams that we will face in the playoffs. Y'all know what else happened to us a little bit tonight? Yeah, the leaking run defense showed up again. Baltimore Ravens, Tennessee Titans. Those are just 2 teams that we might face in the playoffs that can run the football, that has solid defenses. I don't think we beat those teams. Y'all know what happened in both of those games. We went to Tennessee, when we went to Baltimore, we get up early, build a lead, and here they come roaring back. Yeah. I don't think it goes that way this time. I think it would be more of us trying to play from behind. Just my thoughts, guys. Just my thoughts. Tomlin ain't no good at chess. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. But like I said, I'll let y'all argue that. I'm not arguing that point no more. All right, guys. Great show tonight. Super long show tonight. I'm sure I'll be tired tomorrow, but you know, ain't nothing a little coffee can't fix, you know. You know, if you guys are into coffee, and this is not an ad, but make sure you get you a little Breville machine, man. An actual espresso machine that do the change your life, man. And get you a Chemex. Get you a Chemex coffee pot. Look that up if y'all don't know what it is. Chemex, spelled with a CH in the front. Change your life. And get you a grinder. You can have real coffee at home. The Keurig, nah, don't play yourself like that. Don't play yourself like that. Grind your own beans. Get you real products, and I'm telling you, you will enjoy yourself some coffee like you never had before. But anyway, signing off, guys. I hope you guys have a great night. Hope you guys enjoy tomorrow. I'll be back to you guys tomorrow for Terrible Towel Tuesday. I don't know if we're going to have film that fast, but if not, we'll find something to talk about, and we'll probably make it a shorter show since we went so crazy tonight if there is no film. But other than that, man, hope you guys have a good night. Have a great day tomorrow at work. If you guys are already off for Christmas, congratulations. I won't be off until Thursday. So I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Thank you for everybody who donated. And this is the last thing I will say. Boom, right there. Subscribe, cut on your notifications, hit that like button. There you have it. There you have it. Have a good night.